All right. I think pretty much everyone is on the webinar. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this webinar about how I ran the largest real estate company in the Southeast. So this was all put together to try to help brokers that are part of our Home Swing network to help them understand how to grow their businesses, how to improve their companies, and create a big empire if they'd like. And so I want to share with you my story, the Wilkinson and Associates story of how we were able to grow and grow big. And so I want to just give you a little bit of idea of the numbers and statistics. So we're from Charlotte, North Carolina. That's where the company was, in Charlotte. And when I started with Scott Wilkinson, who was the owner of the company, we had 14 agents, and we were in a little small office. It was a really, really interesting time. And he came to me with a business idea and wanted me to come on board as his broker in charge. And we grew the company from 2004 to 2009 to over 965 agents with 5 different offices in North and South Carolina. We were averaging as a company around 550 to 625 transactions per month, and we were recruiting about 5 to 6 agents per week. Now, those numbers are pretty staggering when you look back and look at what is going on now in the real estate world. Do I think you could do it now? I think, yes, you could. Maybe not to the speed of growth that we produced, but you definitely can grow a really, really large company. And so I want to tell you a little bit more about how we did it, what our strategy was, what our thinking was, and how we went about doing this. So one of the things that we did was really look at commission structure. And I could teach an entire week-long class on figuring out the commission structure that you need. And every market is very different. And I'll give you a great example. The Wilkinson model, I live in Siesta Key, Sarasota, Florida now. And I practice real estate here. I have a real estate team here. But the Wilkinson model would not work in Sarasota. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on our particular commission split. It was very competitive. It was a really great split with the agents, but there were companies that had better splits. So I think what we need to do on commissions would be, if you're interested in knowing more and want my help with how to structure your commission, you can send me an email, and I'll give you my contact information later. But long story short, with commissions, we had a very, very competitive commission split. But that's not the reason that people came to work at Wilkinson. And I learned some valuable lessons about this, and I'll share with you in just a few minutes. We did offer a leads option for company-generated leads. So if Wilkinson created the lead or cultivated that lead, in other words, they called our office off of a sign call. They joined our website. We had a lead generation website. They registered on that website. We would dole those leads out to a particular group of agents on a 50-50 split. And we wouldn't just give those leads to anyone because we needed people that could convert. And so a brand new agent wouldn't qualify for the 50-50 split, but they would qualify for other things. We had an apartment program where they could call people living in apartments. We had walk-ins, sign calls, those kind of things that they could participate in, but they would not participate in the leads that we were paying for because we wanted seasoned agents that could convert those leads. We had great, amazing websites for every agent, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the technology. And we created a company culture that is relevant. So I want to talk about the websites for just a minute. So just so you know now, I do actually 2 things in my life right now. I am a real estate broker, first and foremost, in Sarasota, and I'm also an account rep with HomeSwing. And there's a reason that I'm affiliated with HomeSwing, and that is because I use the technology on my team. I use it every day in my business, and I believe in the technology. I was a Zap trainer for Realogy for many, many years. I have used Market Leader, Boomtown, you name it, I've used it. And I want to tell you, by far, the Home Swing platform is absolutely amazing. And the things that we are doing now, we're getting ready to come out with a texting option where you can text your clients on your mobile phone, or from your computer, texting from your computer. I mean, it blows me away what we're getting ready to be launching with HomeSwing. So if you do not have HomeSwing as your CRM platform, whether you are, and by the way, for those of you that are out there and you may be a Realogy company that has the Zap platform, I want to encourage you to seriously think about what you're doing for your company and for your agents, because your HomeSwing site can make a huge, huge difference, not only for company culture and for amazing conversion rates, but also for your buyers and sellers. The experience the buyers and sellers have is really what matters the most. And HomeSwing has one of the coolest map search features that's out there. So we'll talk a little bit about that later. Now, I want to ask you, is your company relevant? Is your culture relevant in today's 2019? And I want to tell you what I think is relevant, and this is especially here in the Florida region. Of course, leads, leads, and more leads. And I'm seeing competing firms right now. What they're doing is they're offering actually cultivated leads, where they pay people to call leads, cultivate leads, qualify leads, and then give them those leads to their agents. Now, yes, it's on a higher split, but agents will pay the split because of the convenience of just being handed a cultivated, qualified lead. Mortgage programs, you have to have the best in the business working for you on the lending. And let me tell you what matters. There's a difference between being pre-approved and actually showing up at the table with the money, with the check. So make sure whoever your lending partners are, they know that your expectation is to show up at the closing with a check. Of course, lower commission splits, and you're going to just have to deal with offering a lower commission split. What I think is right now is a sweet spot for me and where I'm at is about an 80-20. The agent gets 80 and the company gets 20. An 80-20 split, I think, is very fair, and you have to get the right agent that understands what that 20% does. Professional photography, drone photography is huge right now. Texting technology, mobile technology, anything that can keep you in front of someone's telephone. That's where people are. You need to be there. Quick response, offerings, and showings. When someone is looking at a listing, you need to offer to show that listing immediately. And it is very important to respond to leads as soon as they sign up on your website, or if they call you or they communicate with you at all, you need to respond very quickly. And you need technology that can allow you to do that. Of course, you need strong technology that makes your life easier, not harder. I have one simple rule about technology. If it makes my life difficult, I get rid of it. It should be there to help you, not hurt you. And then targeting hot areas to farm. A lot of agents, they'll farm, but they don't do it strategically. They don't understand. And so you need to have agents that can get behind understanding going where houses are actually selling. You don't want to farm an area where nothing is selling. So you need to be able to analyze the MLS and find those target areas that things are moving very quickly. So here's some really important questions that we ask ourselves at Wilkinson. Why would anyone come to work with me in my company? And what is your offer? And let me tell you, it's got to be more than training. Yes, people love training, but at some point, you got to take the training wheels off and you actually have to go out and sell. And I see a lot of companies right now, and they spend a majority of their time training their agents instead of selling. And so I want you to kind of make a mind shift. Yes, you're going to offer training, but that training should always accompany practical time. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're doing a training on farming, you need to include time to go out and farm neighborhoods. So what is your offer? What is your culture? What is your relevancy to today's real estate world. Have a plan and work your plan. At Wilkinson, we developed a plan. We had certain people that were calling recruits. We had people that were, we divvied up the work in a way that made sense. And we did not stop. We had an attitude that until someone tells us no, they're not interested, we continue to call. And having that no give up attitude, it made a huge difference. I call that weathering the storm. Just because you get hung up on or you get a negative response does not mean you can give up. You have to push through the storms and you have to keep going. And I tell the same thing to agents. Just because you knock on the door and no one answers, or you call and no one answers, doesn't mean you shouldn't call again. You have to call, you have to be persistent, and that no give up attitude is what will help you. So I want to ask you, what storms are you facing right now in your market? And I want to help you, so don't face these storms alone. When you're in a situation and you don't know what to do, and maybe you've hit a wall, or maybe your recruiting isn't going well, or maybe your growth plan isn't working, send me an email, give me a call. I do help companies from time to time. I do consulting work from time to time. And if you are a member of the HomeSwing team, if you've got HomeSwing as your platform, as your websites, you automatically get access to me. But if you're not, I still want you to email me, call me, and I will make time to help you. I want everyone that's a part of my group to succeed. And so let me know what you're faced with. Let me know what's going on with you so that I can step in. I don't have all the answers. I'm still learning. I learn every day. But I have been around the block, and I can probably help you a lot in just a matter of a few minutes. So feel free to reach out to me. So here's some things that I will be doing today, that I am doing today. For customers, the BombBomb videos are fantastic. I'm not sure if you're familiar with BombBomb videos, but when a customer registers on my website, I send them a video. It's right there in their email. BombBomb is fantastic. Text messaging is huge. In fact, I'm actually texting people before I call them now. And that seems to really go over well. I seem to get a lot of responses from that. Friending people on Facebook, trying to get their Snapchat information. The millennials are Snapchatting. It is huge. And so I'll Snapchat out a new listing, and it works. So those are some things that I think would be really, really important to do today. And then I've got some scripts here. I'm not going to go through all the scripts, but if you email me, I'll send you out this entire presentation. It's justcalljhorn@gmail.com. Again, justcalljhorn@gmail.com. And I want to encourage you to go, if you don't have HomeSwing as a part of your business and a part of your platform, offering to clients or to customers and to your agents, I want to encourage you to go to my website. It's www.sarasotahomelist.com, sarasotahomelist.com. And I'm going to show you, you need to go there to see what it looks like. And let me see if I can just pull it up really, really quickly right now to show you what the website looks like. If you do not have HomeSwing, I think you're just going to be falling behind. So this is my website, and as you can see, we use phenomenal photography. We put the search bar right in the middle. That's what people want to do, is search. But this is the feature that our clients just scream about, and I want to show it to you. This is what we call the map search feature. And so we're doing this in an effort to demonstrate how powerful the technology is. So as you can see, a map automatically generates showing all the properties in Sarasota that are for sale. And if you look over on the right, it actually highlights your listings first. And as you hover over these listings, it shows you on the map where these listings are in town. You see that? So a customer that hovers over these listings can see on the map where they are. And if they go over to the map, and like this one is listed at 1.2, if they want to know more about this listing, they can just simply click on it, and it opens up a little box with the picture and the details. I mean, it is just phenomenal technology, and people, our customers, just love this map search feature. You can also draw a polygon area, to map off, like if you want a certain school district. It is just phenomenal. Of course, you've got these search features, the price, the beds, baths, the filters. It is just phenomenal. And I could go on all day about the HomeSwing technology. So if you don't have it and you want to know more, send me an email. If you have any questions, if you're trying to weather a storm and you don't know what the answer is, give me a call, email me. I'm glad to work with you and help you.